The first 5 years.
What?
Interesting. A learning process. Fun. And then welcoming babies. Wow. Lives. I don't know. It's been sweet, sour, sweet.
You said that already.
Again.
Okay.
Interesting. Quite an experience. Yes. A learning process. I'm still learning, two different people coming together from different background. It's not like, it's now living together, not when, okay, I'm coming to take you out today, get ready, and then we'll come spend hours together. But this time you wake up in the same bed.
What?
The first time I slept with you in the room, I didn't sleep for hours. I was just looking at you.
How come I don't remember that?
Because you were asleep.
I was sleeping. Scary.
Sweet because of the wonderful experience of our babies, the fun time together, interesting time together, lovely times together. And then, when this unnecessary argument just comes up, oh, why did you put this here? No, it's not supposed to be there. Oh, I like this. Oh, I don't like that. And then you guys get used to each other after some time. And you know what he likes, he knows what I like, and then you move on from it. So.
Okay, the first 5 years, very interesting, I dare say it was a revelation, because if anyone had asked, and in fact, quite a number of people did ask, and I said, I probably wasn't going to get married till I was like 40 something, or, So it was a bit of a surprise, getting married at that point in time. And then 5 years later, whoa, it was, I would say for me, I settled down pretty quickly, because it was as if, I had sorted out one thing, one aspect of my life, and it felt so comfortable. And it allowed me focus on other things, other aspects. But despite being mentally settled, there were ups and downs. That's normal, but it was fun. I don't know what she was talking about, saying, if I had known she stayed up watching me sleep, I probably would have done something about it. But the first 5 years were fun, getting to do stuff together, actually having somebody be there that you could have the moments with. And it was pretty cool, knowing that no matter what time you got home, you have something to eat, as against the days of being a bachelor and, having to scrounge and all that. But it was basically about the companionship, having somebody you knew was in your corner, having somebody who you knew that, okay, hey, I could always hash this out with this person and it would be good. So first 5 years, fine for me. Like I said, up and down, but it was interesting.
My wedding day.
Boom, boom, boom.
Wow.
Boom, boom.
You guys are going to make me cry.
Oh, no.
Because it was tears of joy and tears of sadness at the same time. My parents were not there. People had to sit in as parents for me. My uncles that insisted on the traditional rites were so late. We had to, I think we started the traditional wedding before they came in.
Yes.
And then they came in, I think during Nikai or something, I can't remember. We just had to go on with the old thing. And then my big sister, God bless her, she was trying to make me happy. She kept trying to remind me of those funny things we did as young girls when we finished secondary school. Eventually, when I saw my husband to be, all those tears just stopped running down, and I was so happy.
As a fine boy.
I wasn't looking at your fineness, please. I was very happy eventually, and it was a great day. I give thanks to God because if I'm going to get married again, I'll still choose him.
Mushy stuff.
And then we had the Yoruba traditional. The other traditional didn't take place because they came in late.
Yes.
And they were still trying to insist. And we just said, we have to go. Lagos is far, And then we did the old thing. And then, yes, I remember, they asked the groom to kiss the bride. And then my husband raised his agbada to kiss me. I was not wondering, why is he raising his agbada to kiss me? Okay, that was my first lesson. Introduction into the kind of life.
The private guy.
The
public. Okay, so it was basically a roller coaster ride. Now, there's some gaps I need to fill in. We're from different ethnicities. Yes, I'm Yoruba. She is Delta Igbo, which a lot of people actually don't know. You understand? Even right now, she didn't think I was going to let you guys know, but I needed to fill it in. So the wedding day was a mixture of different things. So many things had to be done. There were supposed to be two traditional, the Yoruba traditional, the one from the, Igbo side, and then of course the Nikah and everything. So we'd moved, and then it wasn't done in Lagos where we're both based, but it was in Ibadan, where she grew up and where most of the family was. So we'd moved. So there was an issue of timing. There was an issue of things. You know how weddings can be, particularly when you have to go from one location to another. So the timing was a bit off. And then this is the part. She won't remember that part. In fact, she'll gloss over it. Well, looking back now, maybe I should have been a bit more patient.
What happened?
She doesn't even remember. Now, when the ceremony started, we had to quickly change from one attire to another and all that.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a guy now, 5 minutes changed. And then I was waiting, everybody was waiting for the bride. And they were taking forever.
It was a makeup artist, the guillotine person, and
so it got to a point.
And then the cameramen people came in and they wanted to take pictures of the rings, the shoes, the dress, and I was feeling very uncomfortable.
So there was a point when I had to leave. I'd changed. I was back, and then I had to leave again to go back. And what's going on? We need to, And then of course the ceremony went on. But all in all, it was fun. People came from. It was amazing. The turnout was mad. How did we meet? We met in camp, NYSC camp. Yes, finished school. I finished from the University of Lagos, so went to camp all, now, swagged up and everything, decided to have the time of my life. And then, the rest is history. They set a trap for me. I remember a conversation I had with a friend, going to camp, I think a few weeks after camp had started. And they're asking, what's up now? Is there any? I said, yeah, there's this chick, but, nothing for her, Jari, And who knew that? So I went into camp. I'd already started doing the whole media thing then. I'd been asking how to get along, how to get through camp and have it rosy, not having to do the drills and all that. And someone had said, okay, with your flair, go and join the OBS, the Orientation Broadcast Service, you know. So the first couple of days, I teamed up with a couple of guys, and we're just running riot during the camp. We got to camp early, you know, we're all just having fun. And then I remembered, oh, OBS, so let's go check it out. So I went there, and she was one of the people there, and that was basically how we met. You know, we met at the OBS NYSC, you know, and...
You can't remember what you were doing?
What was I doing?
You was taking pictures of ladies.
I was taking pictures of everybody. Why did you have to be particular about it? No. I really don't remember it that way. I knew I wanted
pictures of ladies.
Wait, that's how you remember it.
Okay.
I know that I wanted to capture and preserve.
Oh please! The only guy picture you took was little boy. Okay.
I really can't remember that, but that's how we met.
Yes, we met at OBS.
Did religion play a role? No, it didn't. Religion really had nothing to do with it, because well, when you take a look at religion, I have very definitive thoughts about religion, but my background, my orientation, my level of exposure, and by that I mean how vast my relationships, both familial and personal, are. In my family, we have people of different persuasions, religious-wise. You have Christians, you have Muslims. So it really wasn't a big deal. I could have fallen in love with somebody who was of a different faith, which actually did happen, as well as, you know, I could have with somebody who was of the same faith. There's a story here, which I don't know. Am I allowed to tell the story?
I don't know.
You don't know? It's a okay. I will let her tell the story if she wants it. It's not my story to tell. So religion really had nothing to do with it. It influenced it in ways that I cannot explain right now until the door is open, but it really wasn't, you know, it wasn't a factor in our relationship.
I think it was a factor.
Really?
Yes, if not.
No, you're getting it wrong.
For you, it was.
No, I don't think the way you've seen it is in another way, and that will take us into something totally different.
Okay.
Yes.
If you say so.
So your version of how we met.
We met at OBS, and we were friends for a long time.
Well, I was friends with a lot of people, you know. So.
And then I was chiking chicks for you. Have you forgotten? And we're talking about, see that girl, I think she likes you.
I don't remember all these things that...
What's the girl's name?
What if you were checking chicks for me, like I needed any help?
I used to give you space now, when those girls would come around you.
Yeah, because you couldn't stand to see me with other females. That doesn't mean you were checking chicks for me. How now?
But we're getting to talk about them. Okay.
Yeah, we talked, yes, because...
She likes you. Oh, she's good, she's nice, she's okay. Okay, let's see. Can you remember? What's the girl's name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That wanted to have you by any means?
There were quite a number of females
this particular one.
I wasn't paying attention. I just had friends. You know, it showed the level of your involvement. And I wish we had a psychologist or a psychiatrist right here to really analyze this. It shows the level of your involvement if you were taking note of the women that, you know, I wasn't count.
Oh please, what's are you feeling like?
I was just chilling.
The king of ladies or what?
Well, if you want to call me that.
Oh please. When you first met, did you know I was going to be your spouse?
No. I don't think, well, you hear that a lot. People say, oh, when I saw you, I knew you were going to be, I really don't think so. I mean, no one who does that is being realistic. When you meet someone, you meet them, you have a feeling, but you don't know where it's going to lead to, predominantly, at least from my experience. So when I met you, I didn't have like a rainbow or a light bulb go up in my head and like, oh, that's your wife. I didn't feel any gish, But it was something that came over time. After a while, we were friends and I'm like, hey, you know what? What are you looking for? You can't get any better than this, So it was a dawning, a gradual realization. It wasn't a off-the-cuff sort of thing. What can your husband, that's me, do for you to divorce him?
I don't know.
You don't know, but there's something. But you just don't know.
Yes, there's this crazy time I go, wow, get out of my life. But after 1 minute, you know me now.
Yeah,
I
Irish
go back.
Why do you want to pinch me? What's wrong with you?
What did you just say to me?
I said you're Irish. It's believed that the Irish, they have momentary moments of...
Exactly, I understand what you said. That's why I need to pinch you.
But
so you come back to your...
What?
This question.
Oh yeah, ask it. Ask away.
What kind of sacrifices and compromises have you had to make since you have been married?
Well, I don't know if one should really enumerate the things, one has to do for the success or longevity of one's marriage.
What kind of sacrifices and compromises have you had to make?
Yeah, I understand the question.
Married?
Okay, I'm a very private person.
Okay.
And I like my me time, which sometimes I've had to give up that me time. That time when I want to be by myself.
That's a sacrifice.
You don't think that's a sacrifice?
A compromise. What will you call that?
Wait, calm down now. Sacrifice, things you've had to let go. Compromise, things you accept. If you had to do this all over again, get married, would you, still marry me?
Yes, I will. But I'll put you through a lot this time around.
Sorry.
I'll make you go to Delta.
That's good. I like to travel.
Yeah. How about Mama?
Would I have to compromise on that one?
You see?
And I know you would not want to put her through that stress.
So you have a picture of the sacrifices I made for you during our wedding.
Hey, it's not like you had to travel. And this is the thing. Nobody...
Do you have an idea of the things I did for you?
Wait, calm down.
While we're planning our wedding.
Nobody said you didn't make sacrifices. And do you feel that it hasn't been appreciated?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yes.
How?
Your appreciation level.
It's a matter of perception.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier on, when you are calm and appreciative of what you have, you don't need to belabor the fact. You understand? You're married. You know you're married for life. You know nothing is going to change that. But it's when you need constant validation of the love someone has for you, of the safety or security that you possess in your marriage, that it's a problem.
It's not about validating.
Having to constantly reassure.
No, it's not about validating anything. It's about making the woman feel new every time. At what stage of our relationship did you feel comfortable to start sharing finances?
Well, that's a funny thing because at the beginning I had no issues with it. But as we evolved, I had issues with it until we are here right now. Right now, I have a whole lot of issues with it for so many reasons. You understand? And I can tell you so much loved asking that question.
It's okay. Ask your question.
What aspect of marriage were you most pleasantly surprised by? Keyword here is pleasantly surprised by.
Pleasant. Okay. Everything.
It can't be everything.
It's everything. Even the fights are interesting when you think about them after.
Oh, really?
Yes. You know, you scold yourself.
I'll remember
you talk
that the
to
next time I have a
yourself.
fight, that you're enjoying this.
You scold yourself. You talk to yourself. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Or you shouldn't have reacted that way. It's everything because you get to talk to yourself. You soliloquize a lot. In fact, you almost, when I just go, I talk to myself in the house.
Yeah, which I don't like.
You don't like it, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting.
Okay.
Yes. How did you feel the first time you became a father?
Ha! Whoa. That was crazy. That's still one of the most... I tell people that until it happens to you, you can't know how it feels. You understand? Until you experience it. It's not a feeling you can describe. And it doesn't get, it's not like when you have a child, you've experienced it, and then it goes away, and then when you have another one, it's new every time. You understand? And I still can't, because obviously you were preoccupied having the baby, but I was the one outside, You'd gone into labor, and then I was there outside. I remember the particular incident when our baby boy came, and we didn't know that he'd started coming out. So it was a mixture of, I was terrified, I was scared, I was expectant. They were they said, okay, she shouldn't push, she should be taking breaths and all that. So when we checked, the baby had started coming. And I had to run and get the doctor, and immediately the doctor came, they threw me out. So the baby had started crowning, and then eventually I heard him crying, and it's just an unexplainable feeling. Nobody can describe it. It's one of the best, most amazing, mind-blowing feelings in the world. Do you see marriage as an accomplishment?
That's tricky. Yes and no.
Explain.
It's an accomplishment in a way. Okay, you're married, you're of age, you're married, and then you've done it. You're supposed to do it, you've done it. And then the other one is it puts a stop to a lot of personal things you want to do. Yes.
Okay. So you're saying marriage has prevented growth in some areas for you?
It's not about growth. It's about my personal life. Things I want to do, but now I'm married.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
I have to take permission from my husband. I have to consider my children. And, okay, I'll just let it go.
Okay, compromise. So you're saying with marriage you have to compromise?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
One thing I do that makes you feel glad you got married to me. Just tell me one thing.
Well, it's hard because there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things you do that, but I think primarily, and this might sound a bit sanctimonious, but in the world we live in right now, which is going to the dogs, one thing I am so glad about is that I could kick the bucket today And I'll be glad that my kids will be brought up well. What's the toughest storm you have overcome in your marriage? Gang, gang. Drum roll.
Being married to a Yoruba man.
Ha! What is wrong with being married to you? Why is being married to a Yoruba man a challenge?
It's a major challenge because I had to learn a lot.
Okay.
I had a lot to learn. And I'm still learning.
I think I understand. Yes, and I will give you that. Yes. No, it could be a challenge. Yes, it could be a challenge. But you know the thing? It's all about you women. And that's what I'm going to say.
Adishalami. Wow. It's been wonderful. Sweet. Sour. Sweet. Interesting. But I would love to do it with you over and over and over again. With the same kids I have now, I don't know if you want more, but I'm fine right now where we are. I love you more every day by the grace of God. I pray we'll wax stronger in our love, and I wish you all the best in this marriage, in life, and in everything we lay our hands on. I pray we are successful artists with our kids too. All the best in life. Love you.
This is to my darling wife. I know I don't say this often enough, and perhaps it's because I feel it and I don't think it's necessary to stress it. But it's been pointed out that I should stress it. So let me say, I do love you. I love you more than words can convey, more than actions can show. And here's a promise that from here on, I will try to say it more often and show it even more often. I call you Wanyoma, which I haven't done in a long time. But know that even if I don't say it anymore, I still feel the same way as I did years ago. It remains evergreen. I love you. From your husband, Abdul Hakim.